Yeah,
we're gonna get into a more intimate film. We're gonna be talking about Martin McDonagh, fantastic director, man. Martin McDonagh's Banshees of Inisherin, starring Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson. I love Brendan Gleeson. I've loved him since Gangs of New York. I think he's a phenomenal actor. And then Kerry Condon, who's really good, really good.
So
nominations.
Yeah, the nominations for Banshees is Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role, Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, Best Achievement in Music Writing for Motion Pictures, Best Motion Picture of the Year, Best Achievement in Directing, Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role, Best Performance by an Actor in...
Two actors are in that category.
All three main actors.
Yeah. All three main actors.
No, but I mean in supporting.
One
It's
actress, two actors in supporting roles, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Achievement in Film Editing.
I'm already going to say it right now. Colin Farrell's going to win for Best...
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Performance.
None of them are going to win in this category, unfortunately.
You think so?
I don't think so. I think...
They were
phenomenal. But
I
I don't think... I think, again, guys, we have to understand. We have to understand that Academy voting doesn't necessarily always base on literally the best performance. It's who went out there and hustled for their votes. I mean, so I don't think...
And A24 has been pushing...
A24 has been killing it, man.
They've been pushing Brendan Fraser so hard. And
Brendan Fraser and Key from Everything Everywhere. I always mispronounce his name. Key Kwan. I want him to win. I think he's going to win. So anyway,
but he's supporting.
Yeah,
that's why. I mean, because the two supporting roles, I don't think, and then for Colin Farrell, I don't think any of them. Maybe not Kerry Condon. Kate Blanchett's gonna win. Nobody's gonna win in acting, at least in this film. Maybe Best Adapted, right? It got Best Adapted.
Want to talk about, adapted
this is original.
I always think it's adapted because it was gonna be a play first, and then he turned it into a film, but it's not. It's a film.
For original?
No, it's not gonna win either.
So
I don't know.
I don't know what else is in the original category.
Can we get a fact check there? What's in best original screenplay?
Original screenplay is Banshees. We have Everything Everywhere All at Once. Fablemans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness.
I'm sorry, Banshees. I love you as a film. You're one of my favorites. You're not going to win anything.
By the way, we are also doing this episode because
how did this get editing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
Go on. I'm sorry.
All Quiet should have had it over Banshees.
And it didn't get nominated, All Quiet. But this got nominated for editing.
That's weird.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, it got nominated for editing. Last award. Best Achievement in Film Editing.
Oh, Film Editing, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that, we're also...
No, rating.
Huh?
Ratings.
Oh, no, just
before the ratings.
Yeah, before the ratings. I was just going to say the reason we're doing the ratings as we are, as opposed to listing the best pictures, like what was number 1 and what's number 10, is because each of these in their own merit, I think, hold a strong candle to the rest of the competition, and at least we're able to see different perspectives.
When we say it was a good Oscar year, we have the facts to back it up. This was a good... I don't think we could have done an episode like this in previous years, in the past 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we could have...
It would have been a landslide.
There would have been a landslide.
But this was, really good. Okay, so
this seems like it's a landslide.
A little bit.
We're running out of time, but...
oh, now you want my rating?
Numbers.
I'll give this one. I really liked it. I'll give it a 9.2.
Wow.
Just because it's a simple...
It's a character piece, yeah?
It's a damn good character piece.
Okay, 9.2.
I'll give it a flat 9, man. I think it deserves a flat 9. It's a good 9. Martin McDonagh's an impressive director, man. He's back at the Oscars. He did 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh, that's the guy. Okay.
Same director. He's an amazing playwright, too. A friend of mine turned me on to his plays. He's a fucking great writer. Wow. If you've seen Seven Psychopaths, he did Seven Psychopaths. He's a damn good director, man. He's up there. But, this year you just got put up against some fucking crazy people, man.
Austin, rating.
It's a 10.
10!
Oh!
Wow.
That's great.
Banshees.
Of Inisherin.
How you doing, Petty?
Miguel, rating.
5.
See it, right?
He hasn't seen it.
Okay,
so based off the poster, it's a 5.
So this is higher than your last film you haven't seen. So that's interesting.
For yelling that line to Austin so many times.
Okay, for me, I'll give it a flat 9 also.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
It's great.
Fun fact, because we're cramming in as many films as we could before this episode, we watched Top Gun,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then we
you
watched
yeah.
this one. And in my opinion, that was the worst order to put it in
I
because
should have watched Banshees first.
Yeah, because
to stop being sad or what?
No, because to me, Top Gun was like over the top, and the stakes are so high, and this
one's
one,
like
the stakes felt so low. And but when looking back at it and thinking of the scenes and the cinematography and everything, I really came to just love this story, and definitely more than.
Did it get a
lot of other-
cinematography now?
No, it didn't. But I mean, that's
Didn't do anything special.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
Let's talk about this, man. When it comes to,
can you give a recap of the?
Yeah, sure. So
yeah.
this film, this was described to me when I first learned about it, and I'm gonna say something that Austin's been saying publicly for like a month now.
He likes women.
Not always. I don't watch trailers anymore.
Only on the weekdays.
I don't watch trailers anymore. Trailers are fucking horrible now.
Same.
Like unless I'm at the cinema and then we get there early, right? Fine, that sit through 'em. But
I'll just read the little synopsis.
yeah, I won't even do that. I like going in very blindly to films, especially.
I'll only
films.
I'll only watch trailers for like films I'm anticipating.
Right, yeah.
I
Like
cover
when
my eyes and I
Babylon
just
dropped, when Oppenheimer's dropped.
No, I don't. Go into this blindly if you can. Like if you haven't seen it, go watch. But Banshees of Inisherin was described in an interview or something before I had even watched it as like the craziest breakup film that's non-romantic.
Yes.
Because
I love
it's
it.
not Midsummer.
I love it.
Wow.
Because Midsummer was described as a breakup film.
Well,
too.
Ari Aster's
But-
weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, that one's-
But anyways, it's described as a breakup film amongst two lifelong friends.
See,
It's
that's the
Colin
funny
Farrell
part.
that said
Why don't
that,
you get
no?
the funny part of it? That's the funny part.
It's because I have two people so far. Like Castro put this in perspective for me too. That it's a comedy, and it's a dark comedy. It's a really dark comedy, but it's hidden under the drama. The drama is from the forefront. Anyways, two lifelong friends. Out of nowhere, one of the friends decides he doesn't want to be friends with the guy. He doesn't want any contact with this other guy. And this other guy, I described to my wife earlier today because she didn't see the film, as 2 inches shy of the town idiot.
He's like Kelso.
Because the town idiot
Kelso.
is like, I mean, to be fair, I think he's mentally, maybe does have a mental condition or something, but he's aware. He's very self-aware. But like Colin Farrell's character is maybe a step above that to everybody else. So Brendan Gleeson's character basically is like, look, man, I'm a musician. I'm a composer. I'm getting old. I want to live the rest of my life making music and not having stupid conversations with you. Yeah, I want to leave a legacy because music survives. Being nice doesn't. That's actually a line from the film.
Yeah.
But it's very intense, man. And Colin Farrell's character, just like anybody else to a certain degree, would be like, the fuck, man? No, we've been friends. You were okay with me last night. You were like, we were cool. And would keep trying. The difference is because he keeps trying, he receives a threat. And I'll end this synopsis with a threat. And the threat is, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna cut off a finger and throw it at your door until you leave me alone. And
I lose all my
or
fingers.
I lose all my fingers. And guess what? He lost all his fingers. So
He lost 5.
he lost 5 of his
Spoilers.
fingers, and he's a violinist.
I know.
He's a violinist. He lost the ability to play the fucking violin because of this intense feeling he has about this. This intense beef, yeah. But it sounds funny.
It's funny, but it's sad for sure. That's why I'm saying I don't call it a dark comedy.
Yeah.
I call it a sad comedy.
Yeah. But in terms of screenwriting, my gosh, man, my gosh, this is what you call an original screenplay. I mean, you guys are right. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be shocked if it did. If this was the upset, I'd be happy. If Banshees was the original screenplay upset, I'd be happy. This was Martin McDonagh kills, man. Martin McDonagh kills.
Austin give it a 10. That's
Yeah.
Well, I was
You gotta understand, Austin and I specifically. Maybe I'll throw the law a little into that category. We love character pieces. Like character pieces are our bread and butter. So like this, we're gonna love something like this or Tar over.
So why do you think he's gonna win Best Actor?
Because
there
he's
were
not.
so many good performances this year.
Because
Ooh,
not.
I just say,
Oh man, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But I'm sorry, you were saying something.
Oh no, I was gonna say that there's so many layers to this film, and I need to rewatch it again. The second we finished it, I knew I needed to rewatch it because, like, they talk about how. I heard somebody talk about this film and say how it's interesting because each character is an emotional portrayal of you going through like loss or pain. So some people try to cover it up.
Sure.
Some people are blunt about it. Some people just try to like, roll over and act like everything's fine. Some people scream. Some people stare at it.
By the way, it's important to note this, and I'm pretty sure I'm not speaking out of pocket when I say this, though this is a cliche and it's out there. Colin Farrell has gone on record and like in interviews and stuff like that to say that the Irish really are people who keep everything in. So to base a story like this in Ireland with two Irishmen that like are designed, at least society to not talk about their feelings, this is pretty impressive. Like just for that group of people. If you were going to set this in America, I don't think it'd be as impressive.
Nah, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's that type of thing too that's important to know.
Because there's also that whole like pub culture, right? Like every 2 o'clock. We go and we grab a drink. So if you're going to leave me, it's not just like, oh, you can't grab a drink. It's like, I've lost a whole part of my life. That's just not going to be there.
And I love that it didn't have to. It's a period piece.
Yeah.
It's set in the 1920s.
Ooh,
I think around that time, because
it's set during the
in the background there was
Irish Civil War.
Yeah, during the Irish Civil
The
War.
Irish Civil War. You're right. Irish Civil War. We don't know this. Like it's not shoved down our throats that it's a period piece.
I think there's maybe 2-3 lines of dialogue.
Irish Civil War, 1923.
1923.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
another
mentioned
film
literally like twice in the film.
Yeah, and I love that so much that it didn't have to shove down her throat that
Like,
costumes
that was shooting on the main island
accents,
again.
and it didn't have to do any of that. To what's great about it is you think one of two things: we either set in an older time, or these people are poor. Because there's no electricity in their homes, or lighting candles, or lighting fireplaces, the pubs and stuff like that. So, I love that about this film. I love the simplicity behind doing something like that without shoving it down my throat that it's a period piece. So.
But also, it's just something that, like, an effective character piece that you really connect with the story.
Absolutely.
And I think it's something that's definitely has the ability to live on, because I think I could show this to somebody 10, 20 years down the line, and they would still connect with those feelings of like losing somebody as a friend,
condition.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you guys: have you ever had like one friend where you thought it was a friend was like, I don't want to?
I don't know if I've been that friend.
Yeah, I don't. If you've been that friend?
Yeah, because I know that after like small side.
I've definitely never been that friend. I've been on the receiving end for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I've been on both.
Like, I mean, I had some like.
Why are you looking at me when you say that, asshole?
You know, maybe I just don't like you anymore.
Wow. I don't.
You know, you fecking get on my nerves.
Fecking. I love that use of the word in the film. The fecking.
The fecking.
No, I was gonna just say a little side note. Like, I remember going through high school and going through a few like bad friendships here and there.
Who hurt you?
Huh?
Who hurt?
Ash. I love you, honey. And I remember thinking, I just want to get away from that because I need to grow. And it's not nice, but it's honest. In an honest way, I knew I couldn't grow.
So you were on the giving end.
I was on the giving end, but I mean, we've all been also on the receiving end, because I've had friends that have left me.
I may have been on the giving end, but not as directly. Like I haven't been like
more like indirect
cutting off. Yeah, and cutting off.
No, I mean
it was
like it definitely wasn't as direct as in this film. It was more of like
Mr. Hats.
No, but it was definitely like there's more subtlety. I think, like you said, here in America, I think you just ghost people and then it's fine. Then you don't see them on all that. But here,
and then, not to mention that, by the way, that it's a lot harder to do because it's a village.
It's an island.
Yeah, it's an island. So like your neighbor, you see these people every day. So
was this the one that you said that kind of relates with me and my brother?
No, that was Austin.
I think I was the one that said that.
Because, you grew up on an island and you're like,
no, I mean, I guess I kind of relate to it too, because, I mean, getting a little personal, there was times where we stopped talking for a while, for like 2-3 years, and it was just kind of like, at first I was like, hey, why don't you want to talk to me? Or my mom would tell him, like, hey, why don't you? And then it went to, screw that, I'm not talking to this guy. Yeah. So I can kind of relate to that, like,
and now he
wanting to know, especially as a kid, you're just kind of like, why don't you want to talk to me, dude?
Oh, by the way, that's another important thing to note. It does feel like an older, younger brother dynamic because of the age difference. Colin Farrell's character is definitely a lot younger than Brendan Gleeson. For sure.
And then another like little side note, I followed Colin Farrell's career, and I just think he's just mature, dude. From Miami Vice to like these, and then
I was gonna say, dude,
his
like,
whole story.
When we were talking about
this,
this, I told Austin like you have to hear this the Hollywood Reporter piece on Colin, and I judged Colin a lot. I'll be the first to admit I judged the pretty boy actors a lot by the choices they made early in their career. and I didn't know about like the struggle with drugs and all that shit that he went through, and
It's
like I knew he got in the public media and got into some shit.
Well, I had to watch Miami Vice like 2 or 3 times because they said that he was on some.
Yeah. I know that it wasn't until McDonough's film In Bruges that was like his comeback.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen In Bruges.
Dude,
I haven't seen In
it.
Bruges.
It kind of reminds me of this kind of.
Yeah. Well, same director.
But yeah, dude, his whole story is just
It's really great, and he's humble, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's a good soul. You can tell he's a good soul. I appreciate that.
I just admire him, his growth,
Yeah.
you know, from the parts that he picks nowadays.
Yeah.
Is it just because this film's in English that it's not getting like best foreign?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know what categorizes that. Who funded the film? Was it Warner's or
Ireland?
Searchlight Pictures.
Searchlight? Yeah, I mean it's
Conor
not,
McGregor,
it's
bro.
not
It's
international. It's maybe,
Okay, I was gonna be like,
Conor McGregor's a.
Conor McGregor's a
Executive
producer.
producer.
lot of-
Okay, what do we foresee seeing? I think original. It may have something for original. I don't think it's gonna get anything else.
how would you feel if it went for
Ooh,
editing?
Original
the
screenplay?
score. I don't remember the score.
Yes, no,
That's
you
probably-
did because I remember you kept saying like it's a motif. It's happening at certain
Oh,
times.
that's right.
Yeah.
It didn't leave a
Yeah,
mark
it
in
didn't.
my
It didn't. It wasn't super
Yeah.
memorable for me.
same.
But at the time, it was
Yeah,
great.
no, I can foresee that just for score
Plus,
reasons.
man, Babylon has to win one fucking thing. You know,
By
they
the way,
got
the
nominated
Babylon
for two fucking
is my
things.
ringtone
What
now.
did it
They
nominate?
got nominated for production design and for score, and I
That-
think costume.
Production design, no, for
Maybe
sure.
costume. I think maybe it got 3.
Costume too.
I mean, like the fact of the matter is that Babylon's score is my ringtone now.
Not production
Fuck yeah,
design.
dude. I loved it.
Oh man, it's,
I think it got nominated for production, costume, and score.
Yeah, 3.
Those 3, right? Okay.
By the way, should we say that we're releasing
Costume,
Babylon
probably.
soon? The episode.
Yeah, Babylon didn't make the cut because it
Biggest
wasn't
snub of the
nominated for
year.
biggest snub of the year, not a best picture contender. Should have been a best picture contender over Top Gun, for crying out loud.
Elvis.
Hey, Top Gun single-handedly saved cinema.
It did.
Oh my
It
God.
did. We'll talk about that.
I got you.
Editing? I don't know why.
Yeah.
maybe
yeah.
just because of the subtleties and it left you in the moments.
I mean,
It didn't do anything
Yeah.
special for me.
It didn't do anything special.
I cried when the donkey died.
Who didn't, man? She was.
That said everything.
And I
off.
love that, like, he still had a heart. He's like, can you put your dog outside? Because this isn't anything.
Oh.
Terrific
And then
picture.
towards the end,
Yeah.
thank you for.
It's on HBO Max.
I heard somebody describe this film as the battle between being nice and being honest.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
How honest.
yeah, because the guy was honest and the other one was nice, but who's in the right? Because even the guy who was being nice, he would ignore other people's sad feelings because he was
I
like,
like
why
that.
can't we just go and drink and all that?
I love
stuff?
that.
Yeah.
I still love what Colin Farrell said about how this is like the relationship breakup film. Like,
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it is, man. It's.
I think it's a wonderful picture. It's very
Terrific
subtle, but
picture. I
With
definitely
sad
want
that
to
it's not gonna win.
I just watched it this week and I want to rewatch it again.
Yeah, no,
same.
it's
terrific
got
picture.
super strong dialogue. I think
Absolutely.
the actors really make you fall in love with them. And
Don't get past the first 10 minutes because the dialect of the language is going to throw you off at first.
Yeah.
Get past the first 10 minutes, you will get used to it. You will understand it.
I think,
fast
like I
after.
told you, it's very like boom, boom.
Yeah.
boom, boom.
And trust me, it's got a little comedy sprinkle. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
not.
I
It's,
love it.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's just.
I think if you like a Coen Brothers film,
There we
like
go.
There we go.
especially like the dark comedy Coens,
Exactly.
like you'll get behind this. Oh, especially like if you like Fargo, where they have a little bit
Oh,
of their accent
there
to
you
it,
go.
then yeah, you can get into this. But yeah, wonderful
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
Go
Yeah,
watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah. I
It's kinda
Go
funny
watch
looking at it.
Banshees of Inisherin, man. This is definitely something I want to pick up on Blu-ray and just really.
Same.
Is it on your
dig my
top
teeth.
3?
It's definitely better than
fiction?
Elvis.
Top
I'll say that.
5. I'll say top 5, not top 3.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, I thought it was
no,
gonna be there.
it's my number 3.
Yeah, I thought it
It's
was
my
You
number
think it'll
3.
get a Criterion?
Because he's the one
treatment?
that's been.
I hope it gets a Criterion
Same.
treatment. Although I don't think Martin McDonagh's gotten any Criterion.
At the moment, I think I want to put this.
No,
at
I think he
5 Banshees.
It's 3 for me.
3.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyways, go watch Banshees of Inisherin. Next.